And overnight, we've learned that the Michigan State Senate may have flipped to Democrats for the first time in more than 4 decades. Let's bring back Mario Mauro and Dave Dulio for their analysis. Dave, let's start with you. What does that mean for Michigan?
It's a big deal. This means a lot. I think after 4 years of divided government with Gretchen Whitmer in the governor's mansion and Republicans in control of the legislature, we'll have unified government now, it looks like, as Democrats appear to be taking control of both the state Senate and the state House. This will make moving legislation through the chambers somewhat easier. Not easy, but easier than they've had for a while. And I think that it'll have a big impact on the Whitmer agenda.
And I think she's going to be very elated when this happens because finally she can get some of her agenda items passed through. But she's going to have to be very cautious because you don't want to overdo it and work with the other side of the aisle. But it's going to be very meaningful and very important for the Whitmer campaign to make this thing happen.
Well, let me ask you this. If both houses do flip from red to blue, what does it say about concerns about gerrymandering? And of course, this is the first time we're actually voting with the independent districts done by the commission. Does that mean it was a success? I mean, what's your insight there?
I think it depends on what you mean. It depends who you ask and what you mean by success, right? Because I think some folks in Detroit would have some complaints about how the maps shook out, how representation looks for voters in Detroit. But I think if we take a broader look at it, I think this is what the commission had in mind when they were drawing the maps.
Demographics have changed so much. You know, there are black folks and other minorities living outside the city of Detroit. It's more of a melting pot. So I think this whole situation is going to make people become more educated, more focused on the individual versus the person or party.
All right. And of course, we'll be watching that, and we'll be checking back in with you throughout the morning for your insight. Really do appreciate it. Of course, we have you covered with all of your election results. You can find your election results scrolling on the bottom of your screen. You can also find them at WXYZ.com.